Hey y'all, good to see you on Grassroots Garden as always. So Dave sent me a text. I was up in my office, said you got to come down here and see what the guys are doing near the Dream Stream. So we're walking down past the nursery. We're gonna go check them out and see what they got going on. Okay. Hey hoodlums, what y'all got going on today?
Not too much.
Dave sent me a text and said y'all were down here doing something cool and I had to come check it out. That looks awesome, man. Nice job. So we're down here with the crew of Amen Corner Ponds, who y'all seen on the channel a couple of times. We've got Ethan, Dion, and Big John right here. And these guys have been helping us out tremendously with our Japanese garden Dream Stream project down here. And so what's the purpose of this over here? You still gonna do it like a little event type center?
Correct, yeah. So basically what we wanted to do with this space here is just allow us to, you know, if there's a seminar and it's warm enough to be able to host a seminar out here. Eventually we're going to do some sort of raised platform. Dave's going to build something out here, maybe a pavilion, I don't know exactly, but something out here that would allow us to put chairs, whatnot. Hey, maybe a small wedding, you know what I mean? Yeah. This thing is pretty cool out here, so it's just screaming for somebody to do it.
I've been waiting on people to ask to do weddings or something down here, because the work you guys have done and the hours that you put in down here, it just looks fantastic. I mean, words can't describe how beautiful this place has turned out, and in such a short amount of time. And you got the cherries blooming over there. I haven't been down here yet.
Like, what in the world?
They must have just opened, man.
When we left Friday, they weren't blooming.
They weren't blooming yet. Yeah, they got to jump on spring. They better be careful because it's supposed to get cold again.
I know.
Next week, but this place down here just looks amazing. Can't thank you enough, dude.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so Ethan, what's the future plans now that you got the not sidewalks, the walkways done? They're gonna pack down and become nice. So what else you got down in this area?
Yeah, so we want to kind of break up the rock wall look a little bit. Right. As pretty as the rock is, we want to kind of see little sections of it, not all of it. Right. So Dave's going to come in and plant some ground cover, maybe some vines, and then have it kind of start growing over so that we can see little sections of the rock sticking out, but not the entire thing. Right.
Give it a much more natural kind of look.
Almost
have some
a little bit of a green wall more than anything else.
Oh, that'll look good. We could pop some bulbs down through there maybe too.
Yep. So that's going to look really cool, kind of giving us the terrace between the two. And then this middle bed here, we want to get enough plant life in here that it kind of gives some mystery and intrigue to this final area, so it draws you into the pathways, kind of pulling you along the walkway.
Well, Dave's a man for the job, so he'll probably do some medium-sized stuff in here, something like you said, you know, that it looks beautiful, but you can't quite see what's over here on the other side, so that you want to continue on the pathway and see the whole garden area down through here. Sure. That's gonna be killer, man. And it won't be long, and this snow fountain cherry is going to be following suit. I believe those are okumas back there that are flowering right now. But when this one blooms, it'll be all white and just look like the name implies, just a fountain of snow.
That guy there too, one of the reasons Dave wanted to put that one in is actually, as you come in the entrance, you get kind of a blurred view of it, so when it's blooming, it's just gonna pull people right over here into this, and you're gonna see all those blooms.
It's gonna be beautiful. He's got a twin right over there on that side, and all the Japanese maples. And I'm sure I've mentioned this before in previous videos, but the reason we're doing this, not only just to beautify it, but is to show people what these plants will look like in a more adult stage. So if you were over there in the nursery and you see one in a little pot, hey, what's this look like? Well, here's one that's been in the ground for, you know, not very long right now, but got definitely more size, so they can see kind of the adult form of what it looks like. And then down here is probably one of my favorite areas of all time. This is kind of the little meditation garden area. I gotta get me a little bamboo rake right here, Ethan, so people can draw in the sand. I bought that one at a farmer's market, but it's a little too big, to go in here. But dude, this turned out beautiful right down here. I mean, just listen at how peaceful and serene this water is. But you did such a great job down here, dude. So we're on top of aqua blocks right now, right?
Correct, yeah.
So this is your reservoir. All the water flows into here, goes into the aqua blocks, and then gets pumped back
to the top.
Yeah,
yep.
and not to put you on the spot, but do you know how many gallons we're pumping up? Because somebody asked me the other day.
Yeah, with head pressure, so we've got 2 pumps on here.
Okay.
They're both 7,000 to 9,000 fluctuating pumps. So this one here, we're pumping 2 7 and 9s. Okay. So with head pressure and pipe size figured out, we're pumping about 16,000 gallons per hour.
Impressive. So. That's a lot of water, man.
It is.
I mean, that stream is really flowing with that.
I mean, this
look how thick
here,
that is.
Like, my whole hand goes down in there.
That is a lot. That's a lot of water flow. It looks like you just picked this thing up out of the mountain setting and just dropped it down here. Excellent job, man.
This is like this area down here. I mean, we know that there's equipment going on right now and beeping, and you can almost not hear any of that in here.
No, with
the greenery comes in, it softens it up even more.
Absolutely, with the water, the wall, and once the plants get big, that's really going to help to just you know, section this area off from the outside world.
Yeah.
They can come down here and just chill and collect your thoughts, man. Yeah. Excellent job. And if you haven't checked out Ethan's channel, it's Amen Corner Ponds on YouTube. They got some great videos. This guy knows his stuff when it comes to water features. I've just been blown away by all the stuff that you've done down here. We can't thank you enough, man.
Hey, thank you, Ryan.
Just look at this place down here, man. It's a beautiful day. Blue skies, not a cloud in the sky. Water just sparkling down here in the Dream Stream area. I tell you what, spring is almost upon us. Starting to freak out a little bit because, well, we've got to fill a bunch of holes down here in the nursery. We've got plants coming in to do that, but customers are starting to come in more and more, and we're just trying to get ready because it is literally, I mean, right around the corner. And I'm excited, but I know it's about to get crazy busy. We're ready for it, man. We've got a great staff down here at the nursery. So if you guys live in the area, come by and see us. And if not, follow along on our channel. Hit that subscribe button down there. It's free. And if you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up. And I think what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go to the house real quick. I've got a very special tree that the guys bought me for my birthday. And so we're gonna go get it in the ground. And then who knows what else we might get into. Hey guys, so we made it back from Grassroots, and man, it was a busy day. I'm super excited about spring coming, but sometimes just getting ready for spring is it's pretty stressful. You know, money's usually a little bit tight because wintertime's just a slow season for us, and then we got to put in a bunch of big orders for trees and shrubs to get the nursery full. It's just a lot of work, but I'm excited about it, man. I can't wait to be bustling down there at Grassroots. But right now we're going to plant this cool tree that the folks down at Grassroots, and oh man, I got stuck. My Philcos got hung on the golf cart. So the folks down at Grassroots, and I think Courtney really kind of put this together for my birthday present. So this is a really pretty rare tree. It's also called Polyspora axillaris. And I think this one's like Shibamichi Select. Let me look and see. Yeah, that's close enough. Shibamichi Select. So my buddy Ted Stevens, who I used to work for, he used to go to Japan and get just a bunch of rare stuff. So this one is one of those items that he brought back, and he sold out of them right now. So good to know, people, because my buddies were able to get this tree for my birthday. It's also called the fried egg tree, because what will happen, this thing is going to get loaded down with white, it's in the Camellia family, so it'll have white camellia like flowers with beautiful yellow stamens, and when they fall off, they usually land sunny side up and they look like a fried egg. So we're going to grab us a shovel out of the shed here, and y'all don't judge me on my shed. I've got quite a bit of junk in here. Moonshine steel, table I've been working on for 3 years, bicycles, inner tubes, and no big shovels, but here's my favorite little planting shovel. So since there's no others in here for whatever reason, I think some of the workers have been down here in my shed stealing all my tools. Not stealing them, but using them. So we're going to use this guy right here. He'll work. And speaking of tools, this looks like some of my son's doings. Left my socket out of my toolbox. Well, hopefully it'll hang on while we go around here and plant this plant. Man, I tell you what a beautiful day it has been today. And I see the azaleas down there all budded up. Won't be but another month or so. They'll be opening up. Our grass is still green from our overseeding of the winter rye. Not long, our Empire Zoysia will be springing back up and we'll have us a beautiful green lawn. I think we're gonna plant this this Polyspora. It's gonna need some shade because it is very similar to a Camellia. So I say let's plant it over here somewhere amongst these oak trees. I think we're kind of running out of room on this hillside. So I think right here is about one of our last spots that we've got left to put something like this. He'll definitely get some nice shade, and I think he'll be beautiful right here. So I'm just gonna rake my mulch back so we can use it again when we get done planting. So we'll just kind of scrape our mulch to all sides, 360 degrees around the hole, so it'll be easier to pull it back around the tree once we get it planted. We'll do the same thing with our dirt as we did with our mulch. As we excavate it out of the hole, we'll just pile it up all around the hole and we can easily fill it back in around the root ball. Just a few little roots from this oak tree. That's one thing I like about this little shovel. Easy to just chop right through them. Pretty nice layer of topsoil on top. And it kind of turns to a little bit more sandy clay on down in the hole. We're about to the depth we need to be because the last thing we want to do is plant this guy too deep. So I'm just going to take my hand and kind of smooth out the bottom. I think that's going to be about the right depth. Now I meant to bring home a bag of land and seed compost, that espoma stuff I'm always using, but I kind of forgot it, so we're just going to go with native soil. And of course we're going to put our Biotone plant starter. This has all of our beneficial bacteria and fungi plus organic fertilizer. Put that in the hole, get those microbes working down there, and plus just give some organic fertilizer to get those roots off to a good start. Went ahead and made a tag for when we do get him planted. So don't forget what he is. Give the pot a few taps. Oh, look at all those nice, healthy, new, young roots. Then we'll put the soil that was left in the pot back down in the hole. Now, time to add our Biotone. Add a couple of handfuls of Biotone to the hole because this guy is very special to me and I want to make sure he has the best chance of survival. And we can take the Biotone and go ahead and put it in contact with the roots. This will help those bacteria and fungi already be on the roots, and then they can go out in search of moisture and food and bring it back to the plant. And you can see he's definitely a little bit too deep. So I'm going to pick him back up, knock some of the native soil back down in the hole, raise him up a little bit. There we go, something just like that. And since we're on this sloped land right here, I'm going to plant him a little bit more upright. I don't want to match the slope. I'm going to plant him a little bit more upright just to encourage him to grow the right direction. And then we're simply just going to take all this native backfill and gently, we're not going to pack the heck out of it around the roots, but we're going to gently bring all this native soil right up to the very top of the tree. We don't want to plant any deeper than the soil level that was in the pot. That's super important when planting anything. A lot of people think, oh, if I plant it deeper, it'll be healthier and it'll be better. But if you get soil too high up on this trunk right here, you're going to kill the plant. That's especially true with plants like azaleas. I'm just going to rake all this native soil back around, lightly pack it. We don't want it to be like concrete. We still want the water and oxygen to be able to access those roots. So don't take your foot and go around and just stomp the ever-loving mess out of it. We just want to nicely tuck it in. Just like so. Now we can take our mulch and come up, and again, even with the mulch, we don't want to get too high up on that trunk. We can take our mulch, come back in here. This will help against erosion, help keep weeds down, and one of the most important things is to keep moisture, a constant moisture level in the soil, so it's not too dry or too wet. Now we can go ahead and stick our tag in. Make sure we got the mulch spread really good all the way around the plant, because I don't want any weeds popping up. It won't be long, we'll be bringing in a fresh coat of mulch down here anyway. We'll top dress it, but for now we want to really try to keep those weeds from having any access to sunlight so they won't pop up. And boom, there you have it, folks. Don't that look good right there? I think he'll do just fine. He can get some morning sun coming in off the east. He's got plenty of shade all day long. That'll give him you know, a nice environment to get his roots established. I hope he's going to do real good right here. But now I got to go grab the hose and get him watered in. And that daggum raccoon's been climbing on my porch again. He's done knocked one of my mason jars off up here and broke it. We got to get out here too, get this place spring ready. I really want to utilize this underneath this pergola a lot this coming summer, because it stays cool and shady. We can do some potting up and stuff over there. So a ton of spring cleaning to do. Problem is, I'm gonna be busier than you know what in spring, so it's gonna be pulling double duty. Hopefully, not hopefully, what soon will happen is when we get back into daylight savings or get out of daylight savings. I can't even remember how that crap works. When the days get longer, I'll have more time to work. I'm talking to you guys, and I've gone straight past the hose, and I'll be glad to get rid of stuff like this here in the next few weeks, and we ain't got to worry about frost anymore. Now, we had a ton of rain over the weekend, but nonetheless, anytime I plant something new, I like to give them a thorough watering. I want to water, you know, the whole area, not just right. Like, I don't want to water right just at the root ball. I want to water the whole ground all the way around the plant. Just make sure he's good and saturated in. And there you have it, folks, our Polyspora axillaris, or our, what do I call it, fried egg tree? Yeah, a fried egg tree. That was going to be a pretty neat one to watch. It's going to flower around September-ish. Has loads of flowers out on the leaf tip, from what I've read and what I've researched. So super excited to see that here next fall. Not excited about fall, I'm excited about spring, but at least we'll have something to look forward to in fall. Hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, as you always do. Always remember, the more you know, the more you grow. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. Yeah, pretty dirty. Hit that thumbs up button down there for me. Drop me a comment, say hello. Appreciate you. See you on the next video.